Did you hear who won Best Preacher of the Year 2026? Well, it's no surprise. It went to John Piper again. But the Best Sermon Award went to new up-and-coming rising star and pastor Anthony Philip Mitchell. And Best New Upcoming Church Planter goes to? Yeah, right. Come on now. Let's hope we never ever see Christian awards ceremonies ever. But unfortunately, we do see them in the gospel music industry, and I really wonder what the Apostle Paul would think about such things. You see, the danger of what I've mentioned is that it will open the floodgates to the temptation and sin of pride, which has to be humanity's worst feature. Because at the heart and root of pride is the want for dominance and to be centre stage. And when that comes at the cost of stealing glory that only God alone deserves, our pride can become very, very dangerous. And what does this often look like for the believer? Well, it looks like a whole lot of boasting and comparing, not just verbally, but in our thought patterns. And this is something the Apostle Paul had to address to the church in Corinth, which he planted, which we can read about in his letter, 1 Corinthians, where there just seemed to be a whole lot of smug boasting going on, whether it's boasting in their favourite leaders and the tribal divisions it was causing, or just boasting in themselves. But check out this timeless rebuttal from the Apostle Paul in response. And if there ever was an award for the best ever mic drop moment, surely it would be this. He says in 1 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 7, "For who makes you different from anyone else? What do you have that you did not receive? And if you did receive it, why do you boast as though you did not?" And just repeat those words back to yourself after being tempted to boast in yourself or another at the expense of our Lord. Hopefully that will keep you quiet very quickly. But is it wrong to want praise and recognition? I don't think the desire for recognition and praise is wrong. We were created for it and we need it. Even Christ the Son in his humanity needed to hear the Father declare, "This is my Son, whom I love, with whom I'm well pleased." The problem comes when our need for praise causes us to sin, often revealing something quite unhealthy and toxic inside. So hopefully we won't be seeing any Christian or church award shows happening too soon, and let's hope ever. But let's be honest, let's be real, they're happening all the time in the hearts and minds of many believers, including myself. Outwardly, we're doing some form of spiritual duty or service for the Lord, but inwardly and secretly, we're wanting a watching world to see, to subconsciously give us, and not the Lord, all the glory. In James chapter 4 verse 10, it reads, "Humble yourselves before the Lord and he will lift you up." So let's do this biblically. It's not wrong to want to receive praise, but let's not fish for it or create award shows to receive it. Let's wait for the Lord to lift us up in the presence of others. And even if it's not always the way we want it this side of glory, one day we will meet him face to face and hear those most glorious affirming words, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." Be blessed.